All right, boys, we're going to do this one a little bit differently here. The first one we marked with our long nose marker in the other direction, and we went over to the bandsaw and we kind of we roughed that material out. In this case here, you can see I've marked this one already, and there's a little scribe line that's probably hard to see right there, but we're going to whittle away at this one here with this roughing end mill, and we're just going to mow that material out of there, and then we'll come back with the ball nose end mill and produce that curvature down as far as I dare reach down there, probably about down to that blue line right there is about all I'm willing to go for with light cuts. So let's do a little mowing here. Get some juice going there a little bit. Okay. This is a half-inch end mill, 12.7 millimeters, and we're running about 750 RPM, something like that. So I'm just visually going to come up to the line and get close. And for all you guys worried out there, yes, that was a climb cut. I think I'm going to come up a little bit and then whittle away at it a little more. So there'll be kind of steps. Actually, I can probably go a little deeper with that one. Alright. So that's the general idea. Let's take another one. Yeah, you can do as many steps as you like and get as close as you dare to the line. Alright, so I think what I want to do is I want to move this over a little. over. Let's take a look at it. Turn that drippy thing off. All right, so you can see we kind of stepped our way down there and got reasonably close to the line. So I know that that radius is not correct either, so we're just going to come back with our ball end mill and kind of step down that thing and clean that up. And then there's the scribe line, that's the overall length of the part. But we'll probably mow this off too and use this for a handle while we shape some of that, and then the last bit would be to sever that off. Okay, so let's get the ball end mill going and get my little step down chart that I made and go from there. Okay, so I think we're all set here. We're at our first mark. Let's see here. A little oily oil in there. Double check. 119008. Yes. So it should be a little light cut. You pray, right? You got it right. Okay. Well, next one is 236. And you know, I'm not very well supported here, so I may take 2 passes at each one, although this next one is not a particularly deep pass here. Okay, it's behaving itself, but they're going to get progressively deeper, so I may have to chill out a little bit on the cutting there. So 49. 349. Okay, so this one's going to be considerably deeper, so I'm going to come up, I'm going to do this in 2 passes, just because I don't want, yeah, you see there, it's already humming. That's okay. So I'm going to do 2 passes vertically, just to make it easier. So that was 60. Alright, and then the next one is 74. Yeah, see, that's better. Alright, so next one, 49, 455. So I get on the number on 1, and then 130. Let's take this in a couple of bites. That was pretty light. 5. A little better. My number 130. That's working okay. 455, 552. This is actually the last cut here, because this radius fades out. This upper radius fades. It's tangent to this larger one here. So, all right. So we're going down to 201. Oop, that's not good. All right. Oh, we got a long ways to go. There we go. Scared me there for a second. I wasn't to depth. All right, that's a chattery little one there. Well, let's take lighter ones. Okay. $65, $4.19. Might not clean up on that little spot. Shoot. Okay. 3. $7 and $48. I dug in too far. Oh shoot, it looks like that little step didn't clean up from our roughing. It's damn close though. Well, I know a welder that can probably help with that. Alright, last pass coming up here. 07, 94. Alright, last pass. Well, rats, that's kind of a bummer. Oh, it's not much. You know what? That isn't going to bother anybody. That's just going to come out with a file. All right. So we did our Kellering activities here on both jaws, and that's kind of how they came out. You guys can see that. Now I had one little bozo here. My roughing didn't clean up in one little spot right there. I don't know, it's about 15 thousandths or something like that. And I realized what happened was, it's kind of a, well, it's a bozo mistake. So when I drew that radius with my little weird compass here, I made the circle smaller, okay? Well, that was a mistake. I should have made the circle bigger here. Now, in this situation, where we have a concave, right, making the circle smaller actually leaves more material. So it's the old inside-outside thing. So that was a booby trap that I fell into. Fortunately, I didn't come up too close to the line. You know, we'll put a little weld on that and blend it in, and it'll be fine. But watch out for that. And so let's see here. So this is this one. Let's take a look at that. I think before we start rounding all this stuff up, I'll make this little tail piece here. That way, when I go to do the welding, we can just go right into the welding. But there's that little guy. Okay, and then this one here. You can kind of see that. Okay, there she is, and then it goes on like so. Okay, now this one will be the tricky one to weld here because we got this big radius. And so there'll be some gaps to work out there, but they don't look to be too big and too ornery, so we should be fine. All right, and I left my little handles on there so I can work those parts. Now the other thing I wanted to bring up was a sharp-eyed viewer, and I'm sorry, but I don't remember who it was. You know, I was using this thing. It's got this little shank on it here, right? And I just put it through here, and then like a good machinist, I put a locking screw there to hold it in, right? And he said, well, and then I was struggling with the vertical change when I was sweeping these arcs, right? He said, hey, just leave the set screw loose. And I read that and I went, oh, duh. And it actually, I did it on this one here, and it worked great. You know, it just kind of floated in that groove, in that hole a little bit, and gave me a little bit of vertical compliance there. So hey, thanks a lot for that suggestion. That was great. I do read the comments and listen to you guys. And you guys, you know, a lot of you guys have really good ideas out there, and you know, smarter every day because of it. So okay. So that concludes this part here, and we'll move on to the little tail piece, and we'll rock and roll on that, and then do a lot of file work. Thanks for watching, guys.